Manchester United wants Rafinha, PSG is throwing crazy money at Sancho, and Chelsea is planning a huge swap deal. We're breaking down all the biggest rumors and giving you the inside track. Let's get into it. Mauricio Pochettino is on the verge of becoming the new head coach of the United States national team. This is a massive coup for the USMNT and a real statement of intent from US soccer. The deal is all but done, with Pochettino set to take the reins ahead of their crucial World Cup qualification campaign. The 52-year-old Argentine tactician has been out of work since leaving Chelsea at the end of last season, and he was heavily linked with the England job. But it seems the allure of leading the USMNT into a home World Cup in 2026 was too strong to resist. Pochettino's stock has never been higher, coming off a strong finish to his Chelsea stint, which saw him guide them to a 6th place finish and European qualification. He was even linked with a return to the Premier League with Manchester United, but Sir Jim Ratcliffe decided to stick with Erik ten Hag. The USMNT have been searching for a new head coach since sacking Greg Berhalter, following their disappointing group stage exit at the Copa America. They were also rumoured to be interested in Jurgen Klopp, but the German manager is taking a break from football following his departure from Liverpool. Pochettino's appointment is a real coup for the USMNT. He brings a wealth of experience from his time managing clubs like Tottenham Hotspur, Paris Saint-Germain and Chelsea, and he's renowned for his ability to develop young talent. This is crucial for the USMNT, who boast a talented young core that needs a leader to guide them to the next level. The timing of this move is perfect. With the 2026 World Cup on home soil, Pochettino has a clear 2-year runway to build a team capable of competing on the world stage. This is a golden opportunity for him to make his mark on the international scene and potentially follow in the footsteps of his mentor, Marcelo Bielsa. This is a win-win situation for both parties. Pochettino gets a chance to lead a talented team with a clear vision and a supportive federation. The USMNT gets a world-class manager who can help them achieve their goals and establish themselves as a major force in world football. I'm hearing the official announcement could be made as early as next week. It looks like Paulo Dybala might be heading for a new adventure, and this one could be huge. Al-Qadsiah, the Saudi Arabian club, have made a massive offer for La Joya. We're talking a lucrative 3-year deal worth €15 million net per season, running until June 2027. That's a serious commitment, and it shows just how much the Saudis are willing to spend to attract top talent. Roma, for their part, have reportedly authorized Dybala to negotiate with Al-Qadsiah, and they've agreed on a transfer fee of $15 million. It's all happening so fast. Now, the ball is in Dybala's court. He's requested some time to think things over before making a decision. This is a big one, folks. Leaving the competitive environment of Serie A for a new challenge in the Saudi Pro League is not a decision to be taken lightly. But let's be honest, the money is significant, and the opportunity to be part of a growing trend of European stars heading to Saudi Arabia is certainly tempting. Al-Qadsiah have already signed some big names this summer, including Nacho Fernandez, Nahitan Nandez and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Dybala's current contract with Roma has an interesting clause. It automatically extends until 2026 if he plays at least 50% of Roma's matches for a minimum of 45 minutes each during his 3-year stint. That's a lot of football, and it's a big factor in Roma's decision to let him go. The whispers around the Stadio Olimpico are growing louder, and it looks like Roma might be ready to let Dybala go this summer. The fact that he was left out of the starting lineup for the recent friendly against Everton is a clear sign that they're preparing for life without him. We'll keep you updated as this story develops. It's a real nail-biter, and it could all come down to the wire. Manchester United are on the rise, and rumour has it that they have their eye on a certain Brazilian winger from Barcelona, Rafinha. Now we know Erik ten Hag is a meticulous planner, and he's been vocal about adding more firepower to his attack. Rafinha, with his mesmerising dribbling skills and eye for goal, certainly fits the bill. He's already proven himself in the Premier League during his time with Leeds United, and a reunion with the English top flight could be on the cards. However, prying him away from the Camp Nou won't be easy. Rafinha, despite facing stiff competition for a starting spot, remains determined to make his mark at Barcelona. He's a fighter, a true professional, and his recent performances, even in limited minutes, have shown glimpses of his undeniable talent. But, and this is where things get interesting, Barcelona's financial woes are no secret. The Catalan giants are walking a tightrope, and the allure of a significant transfer fee for Rafinha, especially one exceeding €60 million, might be too good to refuse. Meanwhile, Manchester United, having already bid farewell to some familiar faces, have funds to spend and are clearly in the market for a game changer. The prospect of Rafinha linking up with the likes of Bruno Fernandes and Marcus Rashford at Old Trafford is a tantalizing one, and I'm sure the Red Devils faithful are already dreaming of the possibilities. This is a complex situation, with multiple factors at play. Rafinha's desire to succeed at Barcelona, the Spanish club's financial constraints, and Manchester United's ambition to reclaim their place at the top of English football. It's a recipe for a fascinating transfer saga. One thing is for sure, I will keep my ear to the ground and bring you all the latest news as this story unfolds. Remember, things can change very quickly in the world of soccer transfers. So stay tuned. Manchester United and Paris Saint-Germain are deep in discussions, exploring a sensational swap deal involving Jadon Sancho. After a turbulent period at Old Trafford, which saw Sancho briefly exiled from the first team following a public disagreement with Erik ten Hag, it seemed the Dutch manager was ready to offer him a lifeline. A glimmer of hope emerged as Sancho was reintegrated into the squad, suggesting a potential fresh start. However, the whispers never truly faded. PSG, longtime admirers of the former Borussia Dortmund star, have reignited their interest. The Parisians, who faced a rampant Sancho during his Dortmund days in the Champions League, are eager to add his creativity and flair to their ranks. Sources close to the negotiations have revealed that a loan move with an obligation to buy is on the table. This would give PSG time to assess Sancho's adaptation to League One, while also providing Manchester United with a guaranteed fee further down the line. Intriguingly, the Red Devils haven't been shy about proposing other names in the mix. Marcus Rashford, another English starlet who has faced his own share of ups and downs, was mentioned in initial talks. However, it appears Rashford is determined to prove his worth at Old Trafford, making a move unlikely for the time being. The missing piece of this intricate puzzle could be Manuel Ugarte. Manchester United's admiration for the tenacious Uruguayan midfielder is no secret, and a swap deal involving Sancho could be the key to unlocking this transfer merry-go-round. For Sancho, the bright lights of Paris and the chance to link up with PSG's constellation of stars might prove too tempting to resist. Whispers from the French capital suggest a lucrative €17 million a year deal is being prepared, a clear sign of PSG's intent. This is a saga with many layers, twists, and turns still to come. Chelsea are on the verge of pulling off a truly extraordinary deal for Napoli's star striker Victor Osimhen. We're talking a player swap deal that could reshape both squads. This is a deal that's been brewing for a while, with both clubs locked in intense negotiations. Chelsea are desperate to offload Romelu Lukaku, who's been a huge disappointment since his big money return to Stamford Bridge. Napoli, on the other hand, are looking for a replacement for Osimhen, who's made it clear he wants to leave. The deal as it stands would see Lukaku heading to Naples alongside young midfielder Cesare Casadei, with Chelsea adding a further £39 million on top. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Chelsea are effectively getting Osimhen for a cut-price fee. They paid a combined $104.5 million for Lukaku and Casadei, but could be getting Osimhen for around $46 million less. But there's a catch. Osimhen is on a huge salary at Napoli, and Chelsea are hesitant to match his current wages. If he refuses to take a pay cut, this whole deal could collapse. Word on the street is that Lukaku has agreed personal terms with Napoli and is willing to take a pay cut to make the move. Osimhen, however, is playing hardball. This is a deal that could have huge implications for both clubs. Chelsea are looking to free up some space on their wage bill and sign a striker who's proven himself on the biggest stage. Napoli are looking to replace their star man and get a good deal for him in the process. It's a real chess game right now, but both clubs are working hard to see the deal through. Keep your eyes open, mates, because it could blow up at any moment.